Hello friends, welcome back. Now as we have set up our project, let's start and create our first component. So if we come back here and let's look at the data which is written by WeatherBit API, you can see that the minimum and maximum temperatures are written. The main description of the current weather is also written. There is an icon and these are the data basically which we are going to show to the user. A very first component will be a component where we will show this weather information. So we are going to show main weather. Above the main weather, we are going to show the icon and also the date plus minimum and maximum temperatures. We will be using React Bootstrap. So if we go to new tab and write React Bootstrap, so this is the first link which we want. So let's click on this and you need to click on get started. So this is how we can install React Bootstrap. So let's copy this line of code and let's go to Visual Studio Code. And here we need to stop the terminal. To stop the terminal, we need to press Ctrl C and here we need to paste it. So this will start installing React Bootstrap. Now let's go to React Bootstrap website and here we need to scroll down. We also have to include this CSS as they state here the style sheet is required, but they don't include any CSS. This is why we have to include this CSS manually. So let's copy this code and now let's go to Visual Studio Code and here we need to click on public folder and inside we need to go to index.html and after manifest we need to paste the code which we have copied and let's save this file. And this React Bootstrap is also successfully installed. So now we are ready to use Bootstrap. Now we can create building our first component. So inside source folder, we will create one more folder with the name components. And inside component, we'll create a new file with the name weather card.js. So this will be a kind of guide which will show the weather data. This is our simple functional component. This component will receive some props and just display it. If you go to Bootstrap website and if you go to components and here we need to go to cards. So we can use this card component because it gives some very nice styling to our card. So we don't have to write much CSS in this project. So now let's copy this code and let's go back to Visual Studio Code. And as this is a functional component, so I will write RAFCE and press tab. And here we need to pass some props. Here we need to paste the code which we have copied. And we don't require card text, so let's remove this. And we don't require button, so let's remove this as well. Let's save this. And now we need to import card from React Bootstrap. So import card from React Bootstrap. Let's save this. Now let's go to our JSON data and see what we have. So we want to show the minimum and maximum temperature for a day. We also want to show the date. So here is the date at the top. So here is the date. We also want to show the main description and the icon which we have seen in the previous video. So let's go to Visual Studio Code and let me minimize this. So instead of props, we will extract all these properties. So let's remove this and let's extract the properties. So the first one we will write is valid date. Okay, so where is valid date? So let's copy this and here we need to paste it. So we can keep the name same as it is in this JSON data. Okay, so now the next is max temperature. So we need to copy max temperature. Let's copy this and let's paste it here. Then we need to copy min temperature. Then we need the description. So let's copy this and let's paste it here. And then we need the icon. So this component will receive these five properties and we are going to display these properties here. So instead of saying card title, we will say description. Let's save this. So this will be the card title. And instead of this image source, we need a different source. So let's go to weather API and here if we go on features and this is the forecast for 16 days, let's click on view documentation and here we need to click on weather icons. So this was the image. Let's open this in a new tab and this is the URL which we want. So let's copy this and let's go to the Visual Studio Code and here we need to paste it. And then we need to give curly braces and we need to use string interpolation. So here we need backtick keys. So let's remove the quotation and add backtick key. And instead of C04D, let's remove this and we need to add a dollar sign, curly brace and icon. This is the name of the prop. Okay. So let's save this. Now we have the description and the icon. Now we will add the remaining properties. So now we have to show the date and minimum and maximum temperature. So let's start with date. So we can simply use paragraph. So let's take a paragraph here and let's show the date. So it is valid underscore date. Now let's show the minimum temperature. So here we need to add one more paragraph and let's write minimum. This is a title like minimum temperature and here we need to write min underscore temp. Now for maximum temperature, let's copy this line, this paragraph and here we need to write max and this will be max temp, max underscore temp. Let's save this file. So we have finished displaying all the properties. So we have date, we have minimum temperature, maximum temperature, we have icon and description. Now we need to import this component in app.js. So let's go to app.js and here we need to import weather card from dot slash component slash weather card. And here we need to remove this and we need to render weather card component. So weather card, let's save this. Now let's pass the property as you remember the properties here. So we need to add this properties in this weather card component. So we need to write valid date equals to and let's see what is the date. Let's go to JSON and we need to copy the date. So let's copy this date and let's paste it here. Then then the second property is description. Let's add description which is equal to and let's go to the description. So let's copy this and let's paste it here. Then we have maximum temperature. So let's go to weather card, copy this, paste it here, maximum temperature. Then we have minimum temperature. So let's go to weather card component, minimum temperature equal to. Then we have icon. So let's copy the icon, paste it here, and let's copy the icon and let's paste it here. Let's save this file. So we don't require this curly braces. So let's remove this. And let's save this component. And now we need to run this file. So let's run this file by writing npm start. So there is an error. So let's go back. Okay, let's remove this brackets here as well. Let's save this and let's go back. Let's refresh. So as you can see, we have displayed all the properties with the icon. Now we need to make this text center align. So for that, we need to go to Visual Studio Code and we need to go to app.css. So here is the class for text align center. So we need this class, but we don't require all the remaining classes. So let's remove everything from here and let's keep this only. Let's save this and let's go back to app.js, and here we need to add the class name. So class name equals to app. Sorry, class name equals to app. Let's save this. Let's save this file and let's go to the browser. So as you can see, our text has been, so this is something which we are not getting properly. So let's go back here. Okay, this is not correct. The max temperature is 34 degree and minimum temperature is 26.2. Let's save this and let's go back. Now as you can see, the data is here and this is center aligned. Okay, so this is our first component and we will be using this component to show the next 5 days weather. This is it for this video, and if you have not subscribed to my channel, then please subscribe and I'll see you in the next video.